Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. It is Thursday, April 13th, 2023. My name's Jennifer Cotton, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Midlothian, Texas. And that means I teach people how to make greeting cards, scrapbook pages, gift packaging, and more with stamps, ink, paper, and lots of cool tools. So, cool tools. So, welcome and thank you for being here. I have been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for 21 years now. November will be 22 years. And I do this as a full-time job. So thank you for watching my videos. Ooh, lots of comments already. Yay. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for watching my videos because it does help my full-time job, my business. So just watching helps me. When you make a comment on the video, that helps me very much. When you give a thumbs up, a like, a heart, and subscribe and follow. All of those things are very helpful. So thank you so much. And then, of course, when you share the video, that helps me as well. So first of all, let me say good morning over here. Our first one here, Sue, good morning from sunny and warm Green Bay, Wisconsin. We're having a spring heat wave and it's great. I did see on the news this morning, it looks like the whole United States has decent weather other than the fires and all the rain in Florida and stuff. But temperature wise, it looks like we're all pretty good. I know it's going to be close to 80 or around 80 today here in Texas. It's 55 right now. And so anyway, hopefully everyone's having decent weather where you are. And good morning, Pat and Dora, Marcia in Texas. Hello. Hey, Terry. Hey, Janet in North Carolina. Jean in North Dakota. Mary Ann, good morning to you. And Joni in Indiana, happy Thursday to you. Pat, thanks for sharing. Linda Carver in Idaho, good morning. Watching and saving. Thank you very much, Linda. Tracy, good morning. Marcia says, don't forget to hit the thumbs up next to live chat over on YouTube. Thank you, Marcia. Hit that thumbs up. I appreciate you guys with the hearts and thumbs up and likes and all of it. It's very helpful. Terry, oh, thank you, Terry. She says, congrats on my sales. Tony, good morning in Texas. Lori in Missouri, right? Rosemary. Sorry, I'm getting my people mixed up. Rosemary in Long Island. Good morning to you. Sunny Long Island, we should say. Lori in Minnesota. Liked and shared. Lori, thank you. Good morning. I'm getting mixed up on who I've sent what to. Jean shared. Thank you. Good morning. Jackie and Julie. Jen. Julie, thanks for sharing. And Marcia in Wisconsin. All right. So as you come on, please say hi, make a comment. That will get you entered to win the 3 cards I'm going to make today with the drum roll, please. Okay, I'm just going to tell y'all now, go ahead and go place an order right now for Beautiful Thistle. If you're a demonstrator, order it through yourself. If you're a customer, you can order it through me and use my host code. But this is gorgeous. I'm going to make 3 cards with it today. It is while supplies last, and the stamp set is $8.80, and the dies are $11 and something cents. Now I'm going to forget the exact numbers, but 8 something and 11 something. While supplies last, they're in this mini catalog. They're retiring. It's gorgeous. So you're going to want it I'm just saying, it's while supplies last. So it could sell out. It could have already sold out since I looked it up this morning. But anyway, that's what I'm using for the 3 cards. And if you would like a chance to win those cards, comment on the video on replay or live right now in YouTube and in Facebook, either one. And you can also, I love how my phone tells me, be ready to go live at 9. Facebook is telling me that. It's 9:05. You can also share the video and then comment that you shared and you'll get entered again. Okay, and then a quick reminder, Julie, thanks for sharing. Darlin, yes, wet, 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 South Florida. I heard something like 12, I can't even remember if it was 12 inches of rain or more than that. Maybe it was 2 or 3 feet. It was crazy. Terry says, yay, sister just ordered that set. Julie's unpacking and watching. Love that. Okay, so let me real quick remind y'all, over on YouTube, I will be adding timestamps to the video later. So once you watch it on replay, by the way, you can just say hashtag replay for your comment if you're watching replay, just to get entered to win those cards. Anyway, later today, timestamps down in the description, click see more, and then you can see my whole video description, and I'll have those timestamps close to the top. And what that allows you to do is skip around to card 1, card 2, specials, sneak peek of new product, whatever it might be that you want to watch. And then I'll add a link over in the corner. There's a little eye with a circle. When you hover over that, it'll open up more information on any videos you're watching on YouTube. And I'll put a link to my tutorial store, which has tons of amazing tutorials for you to take advantage of. Hey, Melanie, good morning. Dora, thanks for sharing. Oh, and did I say if you share the video, comment that you shared like Dora just did, because otherwise I won't know you shared it to enter you again. Kylie, good morning. Darlin says yes about the rain. Sandy, good morning. She says, have a great day. You have a great day too, Sandy. Okay, so I'm going to go over my upcoming events real quick. So every month I have 4 classes that anyone can take in the U.S. Card, scrapbook, stamp a stack sampler, and they are this weekend in 2 days from now. But I do have a few packets left, so I'll tell you which ones I have left. But it's April 15th in person, and then sorry, I got a funny text. April 15th in person, mailed on April 17th. But whatever class you take from me, you're going to get a PDF tutorial. We cut, die cut, punch, and emboss, everything possible unless otherwise stated. You cut your own designer paper using the PDF tutorial measurements. Hey, Tracy, good to see you. Hey, Facebook user, who is this? Denise, good morning. Stella, good morning. Good to see everybody. Okay, so that's basically what it is about my classes. And then I always end up selling the tutorials over on the tutorial store, and anyone in the world can purchase those. I am one who types the tutorials like right before the actual event happens, and then I put them for sale. So closer to the event date. Like for these 4 classes, they almost always, knock on wood, go up on Thursday, which is today. I do my video, then I type my tutorials, then tomorrow I pack, and Landa puts all the names on the packets for me, who's getting what. And then we do the class Saturday, and then we mail them Monday. It's a whole thing. Anyway, okay, we have card class and scrapbook class. We have 4 cards for $15 free with a $20 order. 3 12 by 12 pages for $15 free with a $20 order. I have 3 card class left. You can take it in person to go, or even check out the supplies from me, and 1 scrapbook class left. I don't think I put a sneak peek of the scrapbook out, but I personally love these pages. But they're with Landa right now. I have sneak peek photos I can post. Maybe, I did post it in my VIP Facebook group. Jennifer's VIP something. There's always links to it and all of my videos, emails, and there will be links to it in this video later today if it's not there already. Up here on Facebook, down here on YouTube, and in YouTube it's already there, and Facebook I think I have to add it later. Join the VIP group. Anyway, I used for these scrapbook pages the 2-tone Flora bundle. We made a gorgeous page that says Happy Mother's Day, but then I have an option for my local people to just do family instead. And it's gorgeous, 2-page layout. And we used a new alphabet stamp set. It's not going to be where it would normally be because it's packed for the class, but it's classic letters. I think it's online exclusive. Anyway, and then share a milkshake to make page 1 of a really, in my opinion, again, adorable birthday page layout. And then you'll make page 2 next month. Okay, and then card class is 2 cards with Sweet Citrus and 2 cards with Sentimental Park. And Landa said they looked really nice. I think they do as well, but you know. Okay, so that's those. And I have 3 card, 1 scrapbook while supplies last. And then sampler, we're making a gorgeous sampler with the Cottage Rose Bundle, which is retiring. I don't think it's sold out. You can still purchase it. It's discounted. But it's gorgeous, and I have 2 left too. That's for non-club members, it's $30. I will allow you to still join the club and get that this month. Just get with me if you have any questions. Links in the email going out today at 1 p.m. for all of this stuff. Anyway, 2 left. Let me know if you have questions. And then, what's the second one? Stamp a Stack is 12 cards for $32. Only 30 if you're a club member. Each club is $2 discount. 12 cards using Marigold Moments Bundle. It is sold out. You definitely could substitute because it's flowers. You could substitute flowers, but again, I think the cards are gorgeous. We're using and I have sneak peeks out already. By the way, I have 3 Stampin' Stacks left. I can't think of the name of this paper we're using. I have it over here. Texture sheet. Here's let's cut up pieces. Anyway, we're using that paper with Marigold Moments, and it's gorgeous. And you make 12 cards, 4 designs, 3 of each. So that's $30 for club members, $32 for non. All right. Okay, is Queen Bee stamp set retiring? No, but it's not in the new catalog. It will be online only. So a lot of people, I don't know that you do this, Janet. I'm just saying a lot of people think online only means you have to go to the online store and order it. Not true. That's just where it's featured. But anyone can order it. Demonstrators can order it on a demo order. Customers can say, hey, Jennifer, hey, Janet, I want to order Queen Bee. Will you order it for me? Yes, of course I can. It can be placed on any order type. It just is only located in the online store. And of course, that'll be in May, starting May 2nd. So hopefully that makes sense. But the dies are retiring for Queen Bee. Dies are retiring. So get those. When I checked the list this morning, I actually marked my catalog with what is sold out, and they were not sold out yet. And they're awesome dies. Terry, Tuesday was a great day. I received my big Stampin' Up! Order and cards from you. What a super week. Love it, Terry. Terry's a demonstrator, so she gets to pre-order at a discount. Love it. Sue, good morning. Watching from the Lake Shore, Wisconsin. Love it. Carol, good morning in Greensboro, Maryland, Eastern Shore. Let me see if I said hi to, yes, I did. And Cindy, good morning, and thanks for sharing. Okay, so those are the 4 monthly classes. Now, coming up, very exciting news, paper and ribbon share from the new catalog. Of course, the new catalog starts May 2nd. Here it is. I should have memorized these numbers, but I did the math yesterday for our paper shares, May 2nd, yes, for pricing. And Alejandra is currently approving it because we partner on this. But there's a bunch of new papers. I think 12 new designer papers. I think it's 12. And then a ton of new specialty papers. And we will be partnering again to do our paper and ribbon shares. I forgot how many new ribbons there are. I don't have that file pulled up or open on my computer. Anyway, a bunch of new ribbons. So save my paper share. It's awesome. We do 6 by 12 inch pieces of the designer papers, 12 inch long by 6 inches. We're probably doing 6 by 6 of the specialties, but that will be determined once we figure out our pricing. And then we offer a party on top of that where you can hang out with me and Alejandra over on Facebook. You will get make and takes, I believe 12 of them. She designs half, I design half. We each walk you through every card on a video over on the group in a Facebook Live. And we give you PDF written tutorials. And it's a party. Like, it's fun. We have bonus videos. It's fun. And it's only $20 extra to add on the party, the make and takes, the Facebook event, the bonus videos, PDF tutorials. It's amazing. So it's all coming soon. you can count on us. So don't register with someone else. Save it for Jennifer and Allie's share. And then the ribbon, we give you 2.5 yards of each ribbon. So it's a great amount for you to work with. And yeah, so if you have any questions, let me know. But links will be coming out soon. The party is on June 10th, because we're both going on the Stampin' Up! Incentive trip in May. The party is on June 10th. Oh, and we're having a new color event with this as well. A new color event that will be an optional. You can do one or the other or both. So all these details are coming out once we nail them down. But we have all these new colors, 4 new core colors, I think 6 returning colors, no, 7 returning colors. Like, anyway, we got a lot coming up for y'all that's going to be so much fun. So save, wait for our shares. And the party date is June 10th, but you don't have to be present. You can watch the recording. And then we recommend you register by April 30th so you can so we can order everything when the catalog goes live. However, you will be able to register later as well. So all that will come out. Okay, now next up, my online BOGO. I've nailed down these details as well. This is where you can buy one, get one free with my retired merchandise. So for every dollar you spend on my retired merchandise, which is the brand new, just retired, we're going to price it next week, week after next, hopefully after my retreat. And like price it physically, putting stickers on it. But anyway, you will be the first to shop this merchandise. No other customers have access to it until May 6th at 2:00 p.m. Central. That is a Saturday. Save the date, plan to be home or on your device at 2:00 Central, May 6th. I'm sending out an email tonight so you can join the Facebook group if you're not in it already. Set your alarms, turn on notifications in the group, etc. Along with that, I'm also selling 20 card samples for $22, including shipping, and you can register for that right now. So that link will be in the email. I'm thinking I didn't put, let me add that to the 1:00 email also. Add 20 cards to email, but it'll be in the 7 p.m. email for sure. I just typed that one up this morning. All right. So those are the main things I have coming up. I have an in-person retreat August 10th. It's too late to sign up for April now, but you can join us August 10th through 13th in Temple, Texas at Rockin' Our Retreats. It's going to be amazing. And that will be offered to go as well. So any questions on that, let me know. And of course, you can join my crafting cruise, the ultimate retreat. It's a week long. It's in the Caribbean. It's floating on the ocean. It's amazing. And that one is January 28th, 2024 on Harmony of the Seas out of Galveston, Texas. And anyone can go. They don't have to craft. Crafting portion is an optional add-on. All right. So today I am going to make the 3 cards for you. I have my pre-order that I'm going to show you, but I'm going to do it quickly. Like, I'm not going to go do a page-by-page description and all that. I also have an event coming up that will be free where I'm going to do a catalog walkthrough with Alejandra. And it's going to be interactive. We can't wait, but we are both so busy. We haven't nailed down our date and details on that either. And we won't necessarily be going through product one by one, but this will be once we're allowed to show the catalog on screen. We can open it. We can go through the pages, talk about our favorites, talk about your favorites, what we might dislike, whatever. So that's coming as well I hope at the beginning of May. We both just have to find a date that works for us both. So anyway, so that's just a pre-show because I know I usually give you guys so much detail, which I think is important about these new products, but just to save time on today's video, I'm not. Okay, so I'm going to point my camera down and I've got, oh, and I was going to say also, I did not pre-order a ton. I have so many events coming up that I pre-ordered what I need right away, as well as every designer paper I could pre-order and every ribbon. and embellishment. But otherwise, bundle wise, I did not order everything that was allowed. So anyway, if you are a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you can pre-order from select items now from the new catalog. And it's a ton of stuff because this is just what I ordered. I mean, right here I have, what, 4 bundles, and I didn't order them all. Plus there's single stamps. There's Stampin' Blends, there's markers, there's so many things you can order. And I had to limit myself. Anyway, so you can, if you're not a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you can get all this stuff now too. You join, you get the starter kit, it's $99, you pay $125, and then you can select any of this stuff plus everything else on the pre-order list in that $125 in merchandise for only $99 plus tax, free shipping. No obligation. You don't have to sell. You don't have to do parties. You don't have to do videos. You can just get that kit and then get your discount on future purchases. So thank you, darling. Cindy, good morning, West Central Illinois. Liz, good morning. Let's see who's over here. Hazel, good morning. Sue, good morning. Marcia and Sue are talking. Deb, good morning in Northeast Ohio. Awesome. Okay, so here we go. I got, and I don't have these in order either, but this is part of a suite. It's the Countryside Blossoms embossing folder. I think this is the only embossing folder we could order early because I always get all of those. So it's Countryside Blossoms. It's a normal skinny embossing folder. And here's what it looks like on my new Bubble Bath cardstock. Of course, I had to use Bubble Bath, a new pink. It's a little purpley, but it's still pink. So it's just a pretty sort of country flowers, solid flowers sort of image there, with some leaves and swirls and dots, and yeah. So there's that. I have here the Cheerful Daisies bundle, which, by the way, I ordered these also specifically to use in my upcoming events for May. But now I can't remember which I said, and I wrote it down as I always do on a piece of paper. But Cheerful Daisies is either for Stamp a Stack. I think it's for Sampler. I think I'm using this for Sampler class. It's one or the other, because I believe I'm using this Beautiful Balloons for Stamp a Stack. But the point is, I'm using new stuff next month in my classes. Okay, so Cheerful Daisies bundle. I love it. 2-step daisies. So no coloring needed. Stamp solid, stamp the detail on top, or vice versa. Stamp the center. Add the stem, add the leaves. So there's basically 3 sizes and types of daisies, some greetings. It is photopolymer. And then, of course, coordinating dies, which you can die cut out the stamped images, or you can use these solid dies to make, standalone daisies that are not stamped first. There is a label stamp die in here, and I'm using that on one of my cards today. So today is actually a mix of old and new. So this label die right here, I'll be using on card number 1. Then I love this one. I had to have this first. There's another set of dies that I'm dying to get that we could not pre-order. I forgot what they're called now. But anyway, I've already discussed it with Landa. I'm like, I need those dies right now. They're big shapes like these labels, but different shapes. Anyway, Countryside Corners. These dies, of course, amazing. They are Countryside Corners dies. They are bundled with the Countryside Corners stamp. It's one stamp. And it's red rubber. It is die cut out there. But each layer here on this stamp fits one of these labels. So what these are, there are 6 nested labels. They're basically rectangles with the corners cut off, whatever shape you call that. The largest one is 3.5 by like 5 1/8 or so, a little over 5. And then they go down from there. And then in the middle here on the sheet is a single little banner die, just a little bitty banner. It's like really short, not even a 1/2 inch. Yeah, 1/4 of an inch banner. So that's a total of 7 dies. So I love it. I just bought the dies at first, but then I placed another order. And I went ahead and added the stamp set. So now I actually have 2 sets of dies. I got the bundle and then I ordered the dies because you can double up on that on the pre-order. If you order the bundle and then you want another set of dies, you can order it separately. Anyway, Countryside Corners, you're going to love it. And then we have Beautiful Balloons. So it's a great birthday bundle. By the way, I cannot wait to play with this die right here. It's a fringe die, cutting fringe. So I believe someone in my team spotted a sample that we saw early from Stampin' Up and was like, ooh, fringe scissors. And I was like, you know, it could be. We sold those before in the past, but it was a die that makes a fringe. Like, is my video frozen? Okay. That a fringe, like, it's going to be so cool. I just haven't had time to play with it. You may have seen it from other people already making samples. Okay, so there's big balloon dies. There's dies to fit the stamped images. This one is a photopolymer stamp set. There's 4 different sizes and shapes of balloons. Well, really 3, I should say. And then there's a detail to put on top of one of them. And then there's more like a confetti image, but I bet you could stamp that on top of this one as well. Another confetti, some streamers, lots of greetings, some tassels, a little balloon string, some stars, like lots of stamps there. And then the dies that cut out the stamped images. There's a nice star on there, 2 stars. That's going to be great. There's no stamp stars, but that's going to be great because we're always needing those, especially around the holidays. I'm like, where's our star dies? A couple of standalone balloon dies, plus the ones that cut out your stamped images, some detail dies, a tag. It's going to be awesome. Okay, and then circle sayings. This can be purchased as a bundle. It's really hard not to get a reflection on that punch, but it's a 2 3/8 circle punch. So that's a size Stampin' Up has not sold in the past, 2 3/8. And then circle sayings, which by the way, I think Genevieve is going to do a class on our stamp camp with this particular bundle. But anyway, side note, you can sign up for that later. So a lot of these images are round and they will fit in that punch. But of course, these are sold separately if you only want the circle punch. Anyway, circle sayings. So there's circular images. There's one totally circle greeting that says celebrate 3 times. Then there's some like half circle ones, sending you thinking of you. And then there's 2 half circles of a floral image and then seashells. So that's really cool. It's very all occasion. Then there's a full circle of basically a wave, an ocean wave, and then a big sun in the background with some little birds. There's a cupcake image that's both of those. Well, all of the images I'm describing need to be colored in except for the flowers. And then lots of greetings as well. So circle sayings, super awesome. Can't wait to use it. Okay, what else? Ribbon Duo Pack. This goes with this Zoo Crew. I mean, you can use it with anything, obviously, but there's a suite of products called Zoo Crew. There's a bundle with these little zoo animals. And so these are 2 ribbons. I don't know if I have the colors here, but when it says duo, it's 2 rolls of ribbon, right? So there's a green. I bet it's the same green in this paper. Let me just do that. Lemon Lime Twist. Is Lemon Lime Twist green? I don't even remember. I can look right here at my brick of ink pads. Look at that. You get basically a free ink pad when you buy this bundle because it's 10% off. You'll be able to buy this as a customer as well. And so it has the Fresh Freesia ink pad in it, but it's free. So I would buy this instead of, if you want them all at one time, I should say, instead of individually. And if you want them all, because you might still have a lot of these colors. All right, let's find. Yep, Fresh Freesia, but what am I looking for? Lemon Lime Twist. Yep. Okay. So I'm going to say this ribbon is Lemon Lime Twist, and the other ribbon is Petal Pink. That's my guess, based on the paper. Okay, so Of course, you can use that with anything, but it coordinates with the Zoo Cruise stuff. So there is a bundle, adorable animals and dies that can be colored in. They definitely should be colored in my opinion. And then we have the Zoo Crew designer paper, 12 by 12, basic black, crumb cake, lemon lime twist, lemon lolly, petal pink, pool party, and pumpkin pie. And I'm going to just flip through it real quick. Lots of animals. I don't have the dies yet, so I don't know what fits the dies, but I do know just from looking at samples in the catalog, there are a ton of more animals on the designer paper than in the stamp set. So you have additional animals and things they're doing. But anyway, these little animals are riding like scooters and roller skating and unicycles and motor, what are those called? I guess they're called scooters. Electric scooters and manual ones. And then the back, I think all of the back of this paper, yes, is black and white. So like, I'm going to probably go through a ton of this year just for that reason alone, the black and white back side. So anyway, that's like a large, skinny, but large, it's blinding, chevron. More animals doing stuff, holding balloons. Basically, this is like the birthday sheet. A koala juggling cupcakes, armadillo carrying a gift, elephant holding a banner, raccoon holding balloons. And it's funny because some of the animals are colored in and some are not. So I guess you could color them if you want. Back of that is solid black with white irregular size circles with stars drawn inside them in black. More animals. I'm telling y'all, we have like I think that's a sloth meditating, a goat mixing up like cake mix, bear reading, sitting in a chair reading, a llama, or what are those called? I can't think of what the other animal is. Sitting in a chair knitting. It would be one you get fur from, right? A hedgehog painting, like it's so cute. And then the back is solid black with medium thick little not wavy, scallop lines drawn across repeatedly. More animals. Like if you like animals, this is the paper for you. Every single sheet is animals. So these are all playing musical instruments. A frog with a flute, a warthog with a banjo, a bear with a accordion. Oh, the turtle is singing. Beaver playing little two drums, whatever those are called. And then the back is white with black dots. But if you look close, they're in a pattern, like a funny little pattern there. The dancing animals, ballet. Basically, they're all doing ballet. They're in tutus. It's like an antelope or something of that type of animal. Sheep, hippo. I don't even know what this one is. Maybe a meerkat, leopard, cheetah, whatever. And then the back is white with like strokes, sort of, but just lines of strokes going across. And last but not least, more animals. These are they all have a theme, as you can tell. Camping and nature. So there's actually a little scene of 3 trees. There's little grass and mountains in between. And then we have a pig hiking with a backpack and a stick, a walking stick. He has his eyes closed. That's really cute. A lion roasting a marshmallow, a skunk with binoculars and a bird on its head. I don't know which animal this is. I can't think. I recognize the tail, but it's holding a camera. I can't think of what those are called. This guy, I'm not sure what he is either, but it's really small and he's holding a net and there's some butterflies flying nearby. Super cute. So cute. And then the back is white with little bitty black flowers drawn all over it. They are outline and leaves, and so you could color those in if you want. All right. I know I said I wasn't going to go over it in detail. That's less detail than I usually do. Hopefully nobody's like, oh, brother, here we go again. Okay, a couple of embellishments here. This is actually what you can get free with my online order this month through the 15th. It's the 2023 to 2025 in color dots. And there's another color at the top there. It's all 5 in colors, which are I'm going to use those in my first card today, so I'll show you then. But they're glossy dots. They're basically just like our glossy dots that are in the current catalog, but with the 5 new in colors. And each color you get 3 sizes, small, medium, large. And they're sticky back, of course. I'm going to put those there. And then these adhesive back solid gems, they go with the daisy stuff, but I mean, they're partnered with the daisy, but you can put them with anything. And there's 3 colors. They're super shiny. I don't think, well, the camera's picking it up a little, but they're super sparkly because they're faceted. And it's 3 colors, which I don't have. I didn't write it down. But it looks like the new, I don't have any of these names memorized. This one, copper clay, maybe boho blue, and a new yellow. Maybe, I don't know which one. Okay, so we have those. And then, oh, here's all my new ink color pads. I was like, where did I put those? I'm going to use them on the first card. Okay, 2 6x6 papers I have here. One is the stacks, which come in all colors that we sell. But this one goes with those birthday balloons. It's called Bright and Beautiful 6x6. It's Azure Afternoon, Berry Burst, Blueberry Bushel, Bubble Bath, Fresh Freesia, Lemon Lime Twist, Lemon Lolly, Lost Lagoon, Misty Moonlight, Pretty Peacock. Again, I'm going to go through it quickly to save time on the video. But you have like a, I believe these are all more of a watercolory wash side and then a more of a print side. So some paint stripes pretty much of all the colors, and then sort of a yellow abstract flower here. Berry burst stripes with white diagonal, very distressed on the back. Berry wash, ooh, little triangles with an ombre effect of coloring. Probably bubble bath there with bubble bath and like some kind of purple on the back. Freesia. Is it Freesia? I don't think it's Freesia. It might be. Anyway, it's purple. Yellow stripes. These are like painted again, not like perfect. Yellow and white, I should say. And then just some large like watercolor painted dots of multiple colors. A green ombre wash, and then sort of a chevron multicolor with a white background on the backside. Ooh, Pretty Peacock and Lost Lagoon stripes. Again, watercolory, dark. It goes from light to dark pretty much. Awesome green circles on the back. They're almost like 2 rainbows put together with a little divider down the middle, but the effect is giving me circles. Just lots of those all over. Lost Lagoons watercolor wash, and then watercolor painted scallop lines going across in different colors. Here is our, I'm going to see, is this Azure Afternoon? I have not had time to put into even memorizing what these new colors look like, so I'm not sure what color this is, but anyway, it's a blue. And then blue stars on the back, very nice. Ombre, little bitty stars. Again, that's probably more Azure Afternoon. If I could locate the ink pad. I think I passed it already. Yes, Azure Afternoon is a nice, almost like a ballet blue color. Ooh. So that's definitely Azure. And then the back is some confetti in a couple of different colors there, purple and blue. Ombre. And we have another dark blue ombre. Sorry, I'm off camera. And then lots of stars there, watercolor looking stars that are smaller, but yet different sizes and sort of overlapping each other. Diagonal stripes in all the colors. Again, these look like they were painted, not like super messy, but not printed, you know, painted for sure. Ooh, and the back is like a Berry Burst ombre effect. All right. This paper is gorgeous. It definitely is not restricted to the balloons. So that's going to work great all year with lots of different stuff, basically. Check y'all's comments here. Cindy in West Central Illinois, good morning. Carmen, good morning. Hey, Alejandra. Hey, Valley Chick. Yes, I got a box of new goodies. Hey, Kathleen in Florida. Facebook user, who is this? Better late than never. Linda, of course. Better late than never is always acceptable. Okay, these are the stacks that will be available in all colors. So regals, brights, neutrals, subtles, and both in colors. But this is the stack of the new in colors. So you have every single pack will have these exact designs repeated for whatever color family it is. The in colors, you get more of each sheet because there's only 5 in colors. You basically get double of each design. In the like subtles, for example, you would get 2 of each color because there's 10 colors. Anyway, so we have the diagonals white and whatever color it is, stripes. This will be boho blue. And then the back of that is the color with white dots all over. And again, they're larger and they're not perfect dots. It's like you painted the dots. Then the next design, yeah, these are the only, yep, there's 4 designs total. Then we have the design of white with little hearts painted all over it. They're very small. They're very close together, but some larger ones and some smaller ones within that. And then the back side is the base is your color. So boho blue here. And then little white tick marks going across, like making a line. And then the next row is offset tick marks. And then the next row is offset tick marks in white. And those designs are just going to repeat in all of the colors. So again, these are the new in colors. I really like these new in colors, but the more we play with them, the better they will get. And like I said, I'm using them in card 1 here today. Okay, what else? I ordered for now because I didn't know what I'm doing right away. I just ordered a pack of the new in color cardstock and a pack of the new core colors, which is all 11 core colors. And so this will be available in the catalog to customers as well, but of course demonstrators can get it now. So you just get 2 sheets of the core colors of each one, including fresh freesia. So that's awesome. I'm not doing a color comparison today. I probably won't be doing one, honestly, but I'm going to show the colors over here on the ink pads because it has all the names listed. And then for the in color pack, you get, let me see one I haven't used, 4 sheets. 4 sheets of each color of cardstock. 8.5 by 11. They sell 12 by 12 also, by the way, and both of these different quantities possibly. I don't remember, but anyway, so I ordered those so I could start playing, and you can see I have, or I don't know if you saw, but anyway, I have started playing and cutting up some paper for today's video, actually. Okay. The 5, or, usually the in color ribbons will have, the in colors will have a new ribbon that comes out for that year. And we do this year. It's called textured ribbon. It's pretty wide. I know they put the measurement right there in the book. It's like 3/8 inch wide. And it is textured. It's kind of thick. It's not like crazy thick, but it's kind of thick. I'm using this one, Moody Mauve, on my first card. And I tied it in a knot instead of a bow because it's pretty thick. So we'll see how we end up playing with this. But we have the Moody Mauve, Pebbled Path, which I think is my favorite new in color. It's so nice. Wild Wheat, Copper Clay, and Boho Blue. So love it. And I'm going to leave that one right there to use on my card in a minute. Then I have 3 more designer papers. So this one goes with the, what are they called? Balloons. There is a balloon right there. You can see my phone right in the shadow there. I mean, in the reflection. Okay, so they call this a specialty paper, but it is acetate. It's the completely clear see-through. This is a terrible showing of it. Super shiny. And so you can layer that on top of anything you want. So we have you get one sheet of each design, 12 by 12. That first one is like streamers, little bitty streamers and confetti. I'm trying to scoot that. Streamers and confetti. Then there's one with, let me pull that one out of the way. Yes, just gold. The color is gold. So it's shiny gold. Just dots all over. That's gorgeous. Think of a New Year's page with that. Happy New Year. OMG. Possibly July 4th. And of course, birthday. It's so gorgeous. I don't know if it'll look any better. There's a piece of white cardstock underneath, but let's see. Anyway, gorgeous. And last but not least, this one is confetti and stars coming from the top, getting less and less, and then flip it over, and it's the same thing on the other side. So that is that paper. I think I knocked something off, and I don't know what. So I'm missing something later. Maybe that's where it went. Who knows? Okay, last two designer papers. This one goes with the Country Corners, I think it's called. I did cut this open. That I showed you earlier with all of those labeled dies. Please. I cut it, but I didn't take anything out. I'm literally looking at these for the first time. Except for this one I flipped through. But anyway, so country florals, they're blues. These colors are balmy blue, boho blue, misty moonlight, night of navy. So it is literally that country blue color. So this one's all florals, white with all the blues florals. And then the back is just a nice like navy with sort of misty moonlight pattern on top. Ooh, that's cute. See, I have not literally looked at this. Okay, this has little rabbits all over it. It's blue. The rabbits are light blue. There's little flowers in between and little flowers and stuff. But those are sort of a little more realistic looking rabbit. Sort of like, makes me think of maybe I can't think of the name of that fairy tale. The one that's eating that gardener's stuff. Anyway, I'm just saying they're not like little cutesy rabbits. It is cute though. Okay, and then the back is just light blue with a pattern lines going across, flowers and sort of arrows and stuff. Here, the next one is, and I don't know if these patterns are any like name, if y'all want to tell me. Like Peter Cottontail. Thank you, Facebook user. Thank you, Linda. Peter Cottontail. That's what I was thinking of. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if it's like a China pattern or something. I don't know. But anyway, this one has sort of triangle floral sections, not triangle, diamond floral sections with birds inside and a lot of flowers and florals. The birds are white mainly with maybe some little blue accents. The background is blue. It's gorgeous. It's really gorgeous. And then the back is just a dark blue with lighter blue stripes across. That's a better depiction of it. Again, patterns, white background, lighter blues. I don't know how to describe these, but it's like repeated patterns, sort of oval. We got the leaves on both sides, a big flower in the middle, and lots of flower details all around. Afternoon, Xana. Hello. And then the back of that, white with light blue stripes, and then that are pretty thick, maybe a fourth of an inch, and then some of those have dark blue dots on them. Oh, this is so cute. This paper, like I had no clue. So this one's like little forest and foxes, I should say. Just like sort of, I mean, when I say just like the rabbit paper, I think the coloring is a little different, but same idea. Yeah, these foxes are darker than the rabbit, but it's just a whole darker paper and then dark blue foxes with lots of florals and leaves in between. It's so cute. Then just a nice navy pattern on the back, dark navy, little tiny, tiny flowers with a sort of argyle, very light argyle pattern behind that. And last but not least, leaves. I'm sorry, start over. It's a light blue background with dark blue trees, but like artistic ones, not like a realistic tree. And then some flowers and floral background as well. This paper is impressing me. I literally have not looked at it, and you can't tell any of this, or I didn't pick up any of this in the catalog personally, but I haven't had time to investigate that deeply. And last but not least, the back of that one is a lighter blue with a pattern equal, just line row after row of these tiny, tiny, probably 1/4 inch tall little tulip-like flowers. All right, love that paper. Countryside Inn. Countryside Inn. It's gorgeous. That's going to be fun to play with. One of my team members is going to be demonstrating that suite, the Countryside Suite, at my new catalog celebration. Now, it is not until, what month is it? July. I can't do it until July, but that will be worth the wait to see what she shows. Okay, last but not least, on designer paper, and then I'll just show you my ink pads real quick and we'll get to stamping, is the Fresh as a Daisy 12 by 12 designer paper. I have cut up part of this piece here, as you can see. I don't know how I cut it, but whatever, I cut that off. To use the back side for card number 1 today. But anyway, this obviously goes with the daisy stuff I showed you at the beginning. It's 12 by 12. This very first sheet here, I'll show you this full one, has these different sizes of squares and rectangles that literally just have completely different patterns. So it's like a sheet you can cut up and use each individual piece as an element on a card or scrapbook page, or possibly just fill up the whole thing with it. It's really pretty. By the way, they use a lot of the new in colors in this designer paper, plus other colors. It's a lot of colors. So Azure Afternoon, Boho Blue, Bubble Bath, Cajun Craze, Copper Clay, Crushed Curry, Early Espresso, Garden Green, Lemon Lolly, Moody Mauve, Pebbled Path, Pretty Peacock, and Wild Wheat. I believe every in color is represented, plus a bunch of other colors. So a ton of colors on this front page because each square is completely different or rectangle from the next. Some have like daisies, like a whole scene of daisies. Some are just stripes. Some are just watercolor washes or more like a dry brush. One is like a literal scene of like a ground. This is like nice painting artist, and clouds, you know, etc. Anyway, the back is just a dry brush of the Moody Mauve. And that's what I used on card number 1. Okay, next up we have super bright green with daisies all over it. So white daisies with yellow centers and then some small little yellow flowers mixed in, green leaves. It's a very bright green. I'm not saying the colors too much because literally with all this new color change, I haven't memorized anything. That is again, it's just a really bright green. So it's probably Lemon Lolly. I don't know Lemon Lolly yet. Oh, wait, no. It's probably Lemon Lime Twist. This is Lemon Lolly. Lemon Lolly is actually yellow. So it's probably Lemon Lime Twist, which, although it's darker. What's the other green? Garden Green. I don't know, but y'all see what I'm saying? It's not exactly garden green. We got like brighter. It's really pretty. And apparently I don't remember Lemon Lime Twist very well at all. I'm sure I used it a lot when it was current, but my brain has been wiped. Okay, the back I believe is the Pebbled Path, again, dry brush pattern. Not pattern, but just literally the whole sheet is that color dry brush. This one's gorgeous. We have sort of the copper clay background, water, dry brush background, but then the huge daisies all over it that are white with yellow centers, and then sort of a really teal colored leaves. I wanted to mention that none of these so far, I believe, will fit the dies. They're just overlapping each other and all that stuff. But I haven't tested any of that. The back is a blue and green wash, almost like when you take your when you sand old furniture. Okay, another gorgeous one with a purple background, white daisies with sort of a pink and brown center and yellow accents all around and little bitty pink flowers. I'm thinking that's my bubble bath. This one's gorgeous. It's blue background with a dry brush, and then coming from the bottom all the way up about 8 inches is daisies growing up. They're all white, and the center is the copper clay. So it's not the kind that has the same image on the top as the bottom. So it's really gorgeous. That alone would make a great scrapbook page. Photo here, you're done. But you know, the back, copper clay watercolor wash. And last but not least, again, with these greens that I can't define, they're really pretty bright and dark green mixed together. Let's see if anyone's telling me no. Xana thinks this will be very popular. I agree. Love the daisy. Stella, fresh as a daisy is my favorite. Who said that? Mary Ann. I hope you played with it already, Mary Ann. You should show me what you made. Janet says very Scandinavian looking. Oh, that's probably with the country. Yeah, I knew there was something like that, Janet, to describe it, but of course I just don't know. The details in background, I've seen someone shared like you. Awesome. Thanks for sharing, Xana. Love what I've seen with this DSP. Awesome. Okay, so anyway, on this sheet, the leaves are bigger and the flowers are smaller. On almost all the other daisies, they're really big. But anyway, small daisies that are, again, white petals, yellow centers, and then some little bitty yellow daisies. And there's also a probably wild wheat leaves in here as well. And then the back, boho blue watercolor wash. So pretty. So as a reminder, so I don't drag it back out, this is what I'm using on card number 1, this piece right here from this designer paper. All right, look at these colors real quick. So we have Azure Afternoon, Lemon Lolly, Pecan Pie. What's the other new one? Did I lose one? Oh, Bubble Bath. Those are the new colors that we've never seen before. Bubble Bath, Azure Afternoon, Lemon Lolly, Pecan Pie. And then we have our 7 returning colors, which are Blueberry Bushel, Pretty Peacock, Berry Burst, Misty Moonlight, Lost Lagoon, Fresh Freesia, and Lemon Lime Twist. So you'll be able to get all of these in one set and basically one ink pad free in the new catalog. Demonstrators can order it now. Of course, I have my ink refills too. I have not ordered any blends yet other than Peacock because I used it in my class this week, but that's another story. Just because of budget, y'all know. And anyway, so those are all the new colors. And then I'm doing this color event with Alejandra, so watch for details on that coming out as well, as far as if you might want to participate in that. And then we have the new in colors. These will stay around for 2 years. We have Wild Wheat, Boho Blue, Moody Mauve, Copper Clay, and Pebbled Path. And I'm using those on card 1, so you'll see them stamped. And then our markers have changed style a little bit. So I'm going to show you that real quick. And I'm going to remind you of my ordering special. Then I'm going to jump into stamping. Let me grab a piece of cardstock. Okay, so the markers are, from what I remember, just a tiny bit skinnier than the old ones. Let me grab an old one. Like, where do I have them? The colored one. The tiniest bit skinnier. I ordered black, by the way. The tiniest bit longer. That black one is the new one. Literally tiny, tiny. They still fit in our ink pad and marker holder. The brush tip has been like, it's a different brush tip to be more sturdy and give you a more even inking, which I really think with this black one, it's pretty even. I'm going to order the new markers now that I have my black one and I tested it, because this is the only one you can order single. I'm going to order them all, because the main thing I use them for is this other end. And I had quit ordering them because mine were drying out. And I use them in my classes so that customers could sign the back of the card and it would match. But then I quit because they kept drying out. So there's the old tip. And here's the new one. So I was afraid this would be too thick. I just drew on myself. It's not. So if you're going to sign your name with this, you can color with it as well. It's not too thick. Now I just pulled this. I'm sure. Let's see if it works. Nope. Dry. I'm telling you. This side probably works fine. Oh, maybe not. I haven't used my markers in forever. My regular markers. Let's see if I have another one that might be better. Just grab a few here. Ew. But there's no shade on these. I haven't used them in so long. Okay, there's a good one. There's my old, I don't even know if it's the current color, Mango Melody. That one works great. Let's see. Okay, so it is the old one is a finer tip, but I don't think this one looks ridiculously stupid when you sign your name with it, if that makes sense. And then, of course, you'll be able to do some fine coloring, fill in. A lot of my friends like to just fill in that spot when their stamping wasn't perfect, etc. So I'm going to get all the new markers eventually. That is my plan. I only have the black one for now, but I really like the new Stampin' Right markers. These are water-based markers. Stampin' Blends are exactly the same. Nothing changed on those. So that's the new marker. And let me know what y'all think. Xana, can't wait to get the new colors. When do you think I should call? Oh, Cheryl. So Stampin' Up! Has specifically told us when we can call if we don't have the new catalog yet as a demonstrator. And that is, I think, May 5th, May 8th, something like that. And that is because we have to give the post office time. So I got mine really fast this time, which is not usual. I don't know what happened, but my post office did good. Over a week later, a lot of my friends got theirs yesterday here in my area. I think it was yesterday. But not everyone did. Like, I know April still hasn't received hers. So, so don't think you are, Cheryl, out. What's the word? Like, you're not the only one. I can't think of the right word. There definitely are other people who have not received their catalogs yet, the free one from Stampin' Up, but that's because they're depending on the post office at that point. So they gave us a date, and I think it's May. It's under Happening Now catalog transition, I believe. You can find the date, but it's in May. But also any day now. It's going to come any day now. Right. So good luck. Good luck. And it depends on where you live also, Cheryl. Of course, different areas of the country. But even in my area, just from Midlothian to Red Oak to Duncanville, all different post offices and different, service types. So hopefully that's helpful, Cheryl. Marcia, I'm getting my catalogs ready for customers. They'll be ready by Saturday. I have to do my stickers and all that, and I'm bringing them to my in-person on Saturday. So by the time you get your club, Marcia. Hey, Sharon in sunny Ohio. Okay, so I'm going to real quick remind you guys that I have a mega super ordering special this month. When you place an online order with me in the month of April, $25 gets you a free class packet. $50 gets you the class packet plus the new in color dots. $75 gets you all of that plus a some retired merchandise like designer paper, accessories, ribbon, etc. $100 gets you all that plus a free passed bundle. $38 to $55 value. And of course, I'll mail that to you for free. So the total value with a $75 order, you're getting at least $49 in merchandise free, not just merchandise, in value of gifts from me. $100 or more is $87 to $100 value in a gift from me. By the way, the card packet is a $20 value. And to receive those gifts, you want to use the host code, which is right here. It's also in all of my emails, and it's on the blog stamптherapist.com. But note, if your order is 150 or more, one single order, don't use the host code. I still give you everything I listed, and Stampin' Up! Will give you free merchandise as well based on your order amount. So hopefully that makes sense. So here's the class packet. I made the three of, where's the fourth card? I've lost a card. Ugh, I have to find it later. But there's 4 cards. I don't know where it is. My goodness. I don't even remember what it looks like, but let me check one. I have one spot on that. These are the prizes from last week. Oh, it's right there. So what did I have to figure this out later, but it's these 4 cards. We'll cut, die cut, punch, and emboss. You will stamp and assemble at home with the Lighting the Way bundle. Gorgeous cards. You got a nice fun fold there. Again, I made 3 of the 4 on my video last week. And that class, $20 value free with a $25 order. It's a pretty good deal. Here's the new gems, or what do we call them? Dots that you can get free with 50. And then here's an example of a packet with the free bundle, the free gems, which dots, I should say, which are represented by that piece of paper right there, and a couple of free accessories, and also a little bonus little gift that I threw in there. So that's an example. And then just a complete side note that I can't believe, because I honestly thought this gold and rose gold paper was not retiring when I did this video. In my head, it was current, not retiring. But somehow I was looking at the retiring list and I was like, what? Gold and rose gold metallic is retiring? It is. And it's only $3.50. So, side note that I should have said last week, y'all should run and get this paper. It's gorgeous. It's 6x6. You get both colors in one pack. Mine are just separated because of how I work with it. And it's only $3.50 while supplies last. Okay, so any questions on that, let me know. I want to show this card that Linda sent me. Video's acting up today. With a check, and here's the outside of the envelope. Video camera's acting up. Okay, now let me mess this video up. But I don't know what's happening, but there's a delay. Let me know if the words are messed up. I'm not sure what I could do to fix it, but there's a delay where there normally should not be one. Okay, so Linda's card, super cute. Thank you, Linda. Isn't that cute? And she sent it with, of course, some money inside, so even better. Okay, so I am using today, I told you at the beginning, run and buy this now because it's only $8 and I think 80 cents for the stamp set and $11 and something for the bundle. Let me get on real quick here. The website, retiring. It's called Beautiful Thistle. Control F. Okay, $8.80 for the stamp set, $11.20 for the dies. They are currently available. However, it's retiring and while supplies last. And it's gorgeous. It's a red rubber stamp set. So what we have is in the stamp set, 2 floral images, which are thistles, which I did Google this time. So I looked at colors and, well, mainly colors, I guess, of how these, oh, and like a description of what a thistle is. And it's like a flower with bristles all over it, basically. But, so you've got the 2 floral, basically a large one and a more of a baby one. Then you've got this just background image that is little hash marks next to little hash marks, next to little hash marks going different directions. And it's kind of odd shape. It's just about a almost 1 3/4 by 1 inch image. And then greetings in a really pretty, like elegant font mixed with straight, typewriter font. Okay, so we have thinking of you, your strength inspires me. There is something beautiful in every day. Thanks for being a wonderful example to me, and best wishes. And then we have the dies, and I'm using, I think, every single die today, but I did pre-die cut, I think, everything. We will see if I did. So you can take these solid dies and create an image, not that one. Every other die that's not the 2 flowers, you can create these flowers. And I'm going to do that on one of my cards. And then there's the 2 dies to cut out the large and small flower. It's so pretty. It's sort of hidden toward the back of the mini catalog. I'm thinking it falls in the category with Marigold Moments as to why it didn't sell very well. But it's so pretty. So Beautiful Thistle, page 60. There it is in the mini catalog, $8.80, $11.20. So don't buy the bundle. Put those in separately. Más cosas. All right, so let's start with card number 1. Card 1. This is the one where I'm going to go ahead and use the in colors. So I'm going to give you some new and some old. Here's my class, or it's not a class this time, but here's my packet. Measurements will be on the blog at 11 a.m. Central today for all of 3 of these cards, along with photos, supply list, recipe cards, etc. Okay, so my card base is basic white. It's a sheet of 8.5 by 11, cut in half at 5.5 inches. And then I'm going to fold that in half with the bone folder. By the way, don't forget, you have a chance to win these cards today that I'm making today by commenting on this video. Just fold it with the bone folder there. Less wrinkles on the inside that way. So comment on the video, even on replay, and you will get entered to win these cards. This is going to be a landscape direction card. And if you share the video, that helps me even more, but comment that you shared so I can know to enter you again, because I won't know who shared it. My family is from Scotland, and thistles are very Scottish. I love this set. Love it, Janet. I did not know they were from Scotland, or that they are very Scottish, we should say. Have this stamp. Oh, I remember thistles from Farm Girl. Dad hated them. I love their color. Yes. They were purple. Most of the ones I saw on pictures of real thistles were purple, but I did see some that looked like a blue tint to me. And of course, I know we do not have to use real colors at all in stamping, and I don't have the time. And on this first card, we're definitely not. But yeah, I saw. So I am making a purple one and a blue one, basically, on my other 2 cards. Okay, so I'm going to grab my stamps, and then. So what I'm using on this card is the smaller thistle stamp. I have this die cut basic white label that I told you about from the Daisy dies at the beginning. It's new, brand new. Then I have the designer paper I already told you about, 4 by 5 1/4 to go on the front here. It's the Moody Mauve watercolor wash from the Daisy designer paper. And then I have a new color here, the Pebbled Path layer, to go behind this piece of basic white. And it's a long rectangle. It's going to go on the card long, portrait style. I got my Simply Chamois right here because I'm going to stamp this flower in 5 different colors. All 5 in colors. Now, I hope I don't mess up my stamping, but if I do, like the spacing, if I do, I'll flip it over and do it again real quick. I'm starting with Wild Wheat. So this is in color, new in color number 1 that I'm showing you. Wild Wheat. It's a mustardy yellow kind of color. Probably, I'm not good with knowing tones, but probably brown tones, undertones, whatever you want to call it. Okay, I already messed that up. So I'm just going to be honest with y'all. If this was my stamp, I would trim it, but I borrowed this stamp from Landa, and it gets ink right there. So you have to, as we know, you need to tap, tap, tap. Don't press too hard. Plus, this is a brand new ink pad. Only get ink on the stamp, not on the rubber. And then hold it down for a few seconds firm, straight up and down, straight up. I must be making myself nervous today. Another piece of course, 0 problems, 2 3/4 when I make my sample. 2 3/4 by 5. Piece of white here. One moment. And I know I did that because I was trying not to press too hard. 2 3/4. But I should have trusted myself because I know I didn't get ink on that edge. All right, it's going to be fine. And you can see the ink left over right there from where I didn't press hard enough to transfer that. Also, you can just make sure you wipe that off before you stamp. You could use something like an actual wipe, not your hand. Okay. I would just trim that if it were my stamp. Then 0 problem. It never happens again. I think I'm going to do, so just being honest, this is how I usually make cards like this. I started out with just a strip. I measured how tall I wanted it of white, but I did not measure the length, and I just stamped out 5 of these, and then I cut off the ends. Now I have to work with the measured size. So I'm going to, that was on the far right, the Wild Wheat. Now I'm going to do far left. This color is so dark and nice. Pebbled Path. With Pebbled Path, y'all can tell this is a brand new ink pad with all that ink on there. Okay, so far left. Straight down, straight up. Ugh. So what I like about this color on the video, I don't know if you can tell, but it's like, it's really dark. It's almost, to me, like a dark gray. But it gives brown vibes as well, but it's not early espresso. Like, I just think it's such a nice color. I haven't compared it to basic gray, which I don't think it'll be the same, but it might be a good, where's that cardstock? No, it might not. See, it looks brown when you put it like that. Just the ink looks great. I don't know. I just love it. I love how it looks. That's all I know. And the more we play, and of course, Stampin' Up! Provides like a color coach thing to demonstrators, and I haven't played with that yet. Okay, next up is Boho Blue. And that will go, the order probably makes no difference. I literally did it random when I made my first card. But I'm going to put Boho Blue over here on the right next to the Wild Wheat. Y'all, I'm so nervous about pressing too hard. I didn't get the ink to transfer from the top. I think what I'm going to have to do, yeah, that's good, is give you, whoever wins the original card I made. Then over here on the left, another color I really, really like a lot from the new ones. I like them all, but Copper Clay, I just think is going to be so cool to use in different stuff. Okay, over here on the left, Copper Clay. Beautiful, beautiful. And last but not least, right in the middle, Moody Mauve, which is our focal color back here. So in the center is good for Moody Mauve. It is a mauve color. How do y'all describe it? like it reminds me of the 90s. That color, I like painted a bathroom in the 90s. I can't think of what we called it. Ooh, so nice. So nice. So there we go. There's our 5 in colors. You can stamp these flowers out in 5 different colors. It looks really cute. It's not too big of a flower to take up too much space to be able to do that technique. Measurements will be on the blog at 11 a.m. Central today. All right. I did not really do too bad on that stamping. And then I'm going to use Pebbled Path for my greeting. And this card's going to say, there is something beautiful in every day. I'm afraid I have ink all over my hands now. And that's going to go on my label here, which I pre-die cut. So there is something is sort of, there is, then the word something below it is like typewriter font. Then beautiful is cursive. And then in every day is below that. So it's very small. This label die is 2 1/4 by 1 inch. And it has stitch marks, and the 4 corners are sort of almost like ticket corners, but a little fancier than that. And I'm like, where do I put all those ink pads? Because of course I have done no pulling out of old and adding new in this room. So I just have to keep a little pile of all my new stuff for now. Okay, I'm going to attach the white to this Pebbled Path. I like doing these videos because it helps me learn the names. Then I'm going to attach that right to the center of the designer paper, top to bottom. There's a lot of space. Left to right, there's barely any. And then I'm going to tie this Moody Mauve textured ribbon around. So who else has noticed the stamp set, Beautiful Thistle? Who owns it? Who doesn't want it? Tell me about it. Okay, so I'm going to tie this all the way around, left to right, and then in a knot over here on the left. I'm going to grab my reverse tweezers. They're from my Embossing Editions toolkit. You can then squeeze the pinch the ribbon there when you have the plus sign, so that now your hands are free to tie your bow or knot. Like I said, I did a knot because this ribbon's really thick, and I didn't want to cover up too much of the card, basically. And then I'll trim each end. I did leave it tied to the roll when I did that, so that I don't have any waste on this one side. And of course, you can slide the ribbon if needed. You can move it up and down depending on how you want it to look on your card. And let me see if it's where I want it. Yes, looks good. So I'm going to go ahead and attach that to my card base with my Stampin' Seal. And then add the greeting with Stampin' Dimensionals. I use the minis, as y'all know. Let me see these gray and beige together. Pebbled Path is a beautiful grayish. Yes, Janet, exactly. It does appear gray here, but then when I put it next to that other gray, I was like, maybe I'm wrong. But I agree with you, grayish. Gray and beige. It's just a really pretty color. Okay, so I'm putting the greeting right across the ribbon. I put 4 dimensionals in the 4 corners so that it won't just be resting on the ribbon, and it will be secure. There's that, although I think this is the tiniest bit crooked. Yep. Greeting over here toward the right, bottom-ish. The ribbon is just going across the bottom of the stems of the flowers. And then I'm going to use these new in color dots, which free with a $50 purchase from me right now. You'll get your gifts in May, by the way. Where's my thing? Here it is. Use my paper piercing tool. I like the pointed end, but you can also do the paddle or the putty. And I'm going to use Moody Mauve, but it's the 5N color, so I could mix them up and use more than one, or I could use a different N color if I wanted to, but I used Moody Mauve. Just put 3 of those on there, a small, medium, and large. And that's it. That is card number 1. Beautiful Thistle. And I didn't even really mess it up, even though I thought I did. So there we go. Card number 1 for today. The next 2 cards are just using current merchandise. So, I'm mixed up today. Card number 2, card 2. I have a crumb cake card base. And then inside here, I have, let me fold my card base in half first so I can sort of lay these out. Inside the packet, oh, I am going to do embossing for you today. I'm doing a little, not really a technique, but I guess you could call it that. Okay, so I have a, this will be a portrait up and down card. I have a layer of fresh freesia cardstock. It's a rectangle. Measurement will be on the blog. It's smaller than normal. It's still big though. And then a crumb cake rectangle. And that will layer on top of that freesia, and it's the skinny border. So it's a 16-inch border. 16th. Yes, because it's 1/8 inch smaller on each side. Then I pre-die cut a label. You can still get these dies, but they are while supplies last. The stamp set that matches them is sold out. But these potted succulents dies have these 4 amazing labels in them. And if you don't have them, you need them in your life. This is the one I'm using today. You can also make a plant. There's a pot. There's individual floral images and like an aloe vera plant and this background. Then the only thing you wouldn't be able to use too well are these 4 that cut out stamped images from the set, which is no longer available. Those dies, potted succulents dies, I believe they're called. Let me grab my book here. Let me see how much they are. I assume they're discounted, but I honestly don't remember. Potted, yes, $15.80. $15.80. So, long story short, that's where that label came from. It's basic white for my greeting. And then here I pre-cut, die cut out the thistle to make the large, the large and small. Separate those. Thistle flowers. Just from the dies only, no stamping. So I have, I'm going to put all these pieces in order. There is a large, bottom of the plant, stem, and leaves. It's in Granny Apple Green. Then the bottom part of the flower, which is all bristly and thistly, in Granny Apple Green. Then the flower part in Fresh Freesia, which I'll bring that up closer to the camera in a second. You get lots of detail when you cut that out. Then the smaller stem with little baby leaves. Bottom of that baby thistle, top of the flower. And then this piece here is an additional sort of leaves that I'm using here on the large, at the very top on the large one. So I'm going to slide this down to bring it into my hand. So here's all the pieces for the small one. So every single one, when you die cut it, every image of these gives you some kind of details, either real thistle-y details where it's actually cutting little lines. I guess you could pop those out, but I don't see them staying popped out, so I did not bother. But even little details in the leaves. And then the large one, same thing. This flower, it looks like, little strings. Basically, it has all these lines cut in it. By the way, I feel like you could make something if you flip this upside down, make it something else, but I don't know. And then there's the detail on those other parts. So that is all those die cut pieces. That's going to make my flowers. The work is done on that. Then I'm going to do some stamping on the crumb cake cardstock and of course the greeting. So what I'm using is, let me grab my ink. I'm using Fresh Freesia and Crumb Cake ink on this card. Grab scratch paper. So on this rectangle of crumb cake, I'm going to use my crumb cake ink and use that little background image. And I'm going to stamp it just in a few random places, top left corner, down to the right a little bit, over to the left some, maybe right there. So just about 4, they can go off the edges. It's whatever. It's just to add a little texture. Then I'm going to keep that ink pad. I still need it. Then I'm going to emboss this. Dry emboss, I should say, with the retiring, and I believe $3.60 amazing Hive embossing folder. I love this folder. Everyone should own it. If they don't, it's amazing. So I'm going to need to flip my paper upside down and put it in here because I like how the image looks on this side when it's embossed. It pushes it. I don't remember, but I just know it needs to be upside down. Okay, so I'm going to emboss that. Let me grab my machine. Take off the plates I don't need. For embossing this one with your Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, you just need platform 1, I should say, platform 1, then your folder with the paper inside, and of course the folded end will go into the machine first, and then number 4 on top, and then just crank it through. This machine is $125. You can get it for only $99 plus tax if you get our starter kit, if you don't have it. So see how those are pushed in. I like the pushed outside to show. That's probably wrong, but that's what I like. So that's why I put my paper in that way. I don't remember. I think I had another thought of something to say, but I totally don't know. So it's fine. Okay, now I'm going to take my crumb cake ink pad and my a sponge dauber that I've labeled with crumb cake ink, and just add some ink to the edges. So dip it in my ink pad, go to the edges here. A tip when you're doing sponging of any kind, when you're taking ink from your ink pads, go to the 4 corners. Don't pick up all your beautiful ink from the middle where you're trying to stamp. Go to the 4 corners. There's usually excess ink there anyway, because we tend to stamp in the middle. And yeah. Okay, so it's nice and distressed. It's, just really pretty. It's going to make a pretty background for this card. Again, I keep thinking I have thoughts, but I'm like, I don't know. I lost it. Okay, my greeting will go on the little rectangle die here. And it says, thank you for being a wonderful example to me. I'm stamping this in Fresh Freesia. Tap, tap, tap. Don't press too hard. All that stuff. And of course, it's a little crooked. That's why I made 2 of these. This greeting, let's see if I can push this down a little bit, is so pretty. Thanks for being is cursive. Then underneath that is wonderful in all caps. It's still off, but it's fine. And then example to me is below that in cursive. It's so pretty. And then it's small. So this greeting, this label is only 1 3/4 wide. The greeting is about 1.5 wide by 1.5 tall on the label, but the greeting is about 3/4 inches tall. Okay, so now I'm ready to put this together. Grab that silicone craft sheet to put adhesive on my little skinny pieces there. Let me go ahead and put the crumb cake on top of the fresh freesia. See if anybody's still here. Love both sides look different. That's very true, Xana. You definitely can use either side, I think, of this embossing folder. And she's saying she loves both. They just give a different look. It doesn't really matter at this point. I think I'm just going to go ahead and attach this to my card base, and I am using Stampin' Dimensionals. So I'll grab these minis and put probably 9 on here because it's a large rectangle. And then just place this right in the center. And I was trying to see if there was anything else. Haven't even used these. Doubt they haven't seen daylight. Pretty card using new colors. Thank you, Pat. We'll catch replay at Dental Office. Boo. Yes, that's a boo. Who said that? Mary Ann. Yes. Hey, Dorothy. Good morning to you. By the way, thank you, Jean. Thanks, Janet. Thanks, Jackie. It's an understated set. Yes. Yes, Santa. Love it. Gray and beige together, Janet says for Pebbled Path. Yes. Robin, hey, good. Thank you for catching me live for the first time, and good to see you here. Mary Ellen, hello. Della, hey, watching from North Dakota. Thanks for sharing. Awesome. Okay, who else just said hi there? Dorothy. Oh, yes, I said hi to her. Okay, so I'm going to put this right in the center and then start putting adhesive on the back of all of these die cut pieces. Using my silicone craft sheet to keep excess adhesive off of my project. And remember, you don't need a ton of adhesive when your image is really skinny like this. I'm just putting little pieces here and there. Hold on to the paper. You do that so it doesn't rip. Like if you're way over here and you put your adhesive way far away, you can rip it apart when they're super skinny like this. And just remember, when they're this skinny, they don't need that much adhesive. Like, where is it? How's it going to come apart? That's what I want to know. Okay. Then we're just basically going to put it together. The order, I don't know how much it matters. I don't remember what I did on my first one, to be honest. I think I'm going to put that. Oh, you know what? I'm looking at my sample and I have this single leaves back behind the large bottom thistle thing. And then the stem on the large flower is behind the thistle there. And then all that has adhesive on it. So I'm going to put that on my card base here, sort of to the left a little bit, because I have this other flower to go on here. And that one will go sort of like they're growing from the same thing, which I don't even know if that's a thing, down there at the bottom. Then my thistle. Then I'll just tuck this little flower underneath there. So there we go. Really pretty. I have paper stuck to my fingers now. Excuse me while I try to remove that. Okay, I will place dimensionals on the back of my greeting. Ugh, hands are all sticky. That was my fault though. I'll use 4 on this greeting since it's a nice large rectangle for my minis. And I did like how this card is like with the crumb cake and the sponging and all that. And then just like this bam, white greeting standing out down here at the bottom right of the rectangle. Then I used the this ribbon here, Fresh Freesia open weave ribbon. So all of the open weave ribbons are retiring. All of them are greatly discounted. They're gorgeous ribbons. So if you don't have any of these colors, Fresh Freesia, of course, is the best. Fresh Freesia, the color is staying, but not this ribbon. So grab those now. I'm going to make a bunny ears bow, 2 bunny ears, lots of space in between, 1 ear in each hand. All my fingers pointing at me to keep the ribbon flat, 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 no twisting and turning. Right loop, just nice and flat over the left one, and push that right one down into the rabbit hole and pull. Well, not like that though. I honestly looked up at my clock and wasn't looking at what I was doing, if you must know. And then just pull and fix your bow, of course. All right, and trim the end there, no waste on the one side. And then I placed that bow at the bottom of the large thistle, like at the where the stem meets the top part of the plant. I don't know the technical names for these pieces. With a mini glue dot. Peel the paper back until you see one dot. Fold. Press into the dot. Pull it off. Good to go. And then last but not least, I wanted an embellishment on this card. And I decided to go with the flat adhesive backed pearls because they're so pretty. They're iridescent. They do pick up purple a lot. So that's nice. But that wasn't the only reason. They're just really pretty. And they come, the package has small and large, smaller and larger. But I think I just used all small because the large ones are pretty big. So a couple here at the top right and one down here towards the bottom left. And I think that's it. I think that's that card. Oh, but I do have one other thing to get your opinion on. So I did, before I knew I was going to use these dies, so I just die cut all the pieces, but I did not have a card design yet. And when I did that, I pulled out the Queen Bee dies. And I made a bee out of crushed curry and basic black. And then I forgot to put it on my card, and I was like, oh, well, I'll just wait and show them on the video and see which one they like better. But I thought it could look cute with a bee. Of course, I don't even, well, there was a picture of a bee on a real thistle when I Googled them. So what do y'all think? With the bee, without the bee? Love the texture of the die cuts. Thank you, Robin. I ordered this bundle when they went on sale. Yes, Robin, so smart. It's such a good price, and it's such a gorgeous set. I'm going to grab, I was going to show you those dies. So Queen Bee dies are while supplies last. The stamp set will still be available online later. Here's the 2 I used. But those dies are while supplies last. They do match the Queen Bee stamp set, which you can still purchase because it's not while supplies last. I'm cleaning up a little trash here. So let me grab a dimensional and attach the bee, and just, it's no right or wrong answer, but I like it better with or without. It does add more color also. My photo that I'll be putting on the blog is without, of course. The bee is cute. I love the bee, Janet. Gorgeous card. Love the texture. Thank you. Thank you. Awesome. All right, I'll see what more people say about the bee to see which one I put in the price. If there's no more comments, maybe we'll just leave it off. Okay, one more card. Card number 3. Card 3. Let me grab my packet. So this is my favorite card, of course. I usually save my favorite one for last. I'm using, I forgot I am using a new product on here, Misty Moonlight. which technically it was old, it retired, and now it's new again. So you could call it old as well, but whatever. It's Misty Moonlight. So you can buy this cardstock next month or get it right now. If you're a demo, get it in the starter kit. Misty Moonlight, that's a returning color. So that's my card base, 5.5 by 8.5. And I am going to fold that in half, and then I am going to make a Z fold card. So we're just going to take the front and fold it all the way back to the left. This is the card, by the way, that I wanted those new dies for that I can't get yet because they're not on pre-order. So there's the Z fold. Let me tell you the name of these dies. If you have a catalog, you can look it up. Because I can't think of the name. I feel like, I don't remember now. I almost feel like I can think of it, but yet, no. Nested Essentials on page 165, Nested Essentials. So I thought those dies would be perfect on this card, but it doesn't matter because I can't get them. Nested Essentials. Okay, so that's my card base. It'll be portrait up and down. And then I have, of course, a piece of white to go inside the card, as always, as almost always. Then I have, oops, that's pre-done. Then I have a rectangle here. And it's die cut with the stitched rectangle dies. I did put the measurement of this particular rectangle on the blog. That's going to be my piece that goes in the center. Those dies are retiring. I think most people have them, but if you don't, now is the time to get the stitched rectangle dies. 13 different rectangles. You have all these that nest, and then that one single odd size, but it's great for a greeting. Actually, it'd probably be great for the card I just made. Perfect size for that one. Anyway, but they are retiring, stitched. They're either called stitch nested or nested stitched, because I swear they did reverse those two words from one catalog to the next one time. But anyway, so they're either under S or N. S. Yeah, right there. Stitched rectangles. Stitched rectangles. And they're $24.50 for 13 dies. Moss Plaza. Okay. So we have that. And then over here on the left, I'm going to place a piece of the gorgeous distressed gold paper. And then on top of that, a piece of basic white. Oops, that is the wrong size. I can tell, but I'll trim it down. That has been embossed with the cane weave embossing folder, which is going into the new book. So that one will remain available. It's a gorgeous embossing folder. Just a great background for so many. It's just a nice, I need a background, kind of deal. Okay, let me see what size. 5. One and I'm trying to see how many. 2, 4, 1 5/8. Yeah, so a full 4th down. So this should be 5 inches, I believe. Let me trim it down. Oh yeah, it's definitely too long. Okay, fixed it. The measurement on the blog should be correct because I measured from my finished sample. And then I have a 1/2 inch strip of basic white here and a scrap of basic white. Okay, oops. Placed my hand on the microphone. Okay, so for this card, I'm going to stamp 3 pieces of cardstock. Have my inside piece, and we're going to use this flower from the first card, the small thistle, and I'm going to stamp it in Misty Moonlight down here in the bottom right hand corner. So Misty Moonlight is a returning color. Technically, you cannot purchase it right now if you're not a demonstrator, but it'll be back next month, and I know a lot of you already have it. And down in the bottom right hand corner here, hanging off the bottom a lot, I just want barely the stem and the top of the flower there, and that will show when the card is closed. And then my greeting on this scrap of basic white is a long skinny greeting that says "Your strength inspires me. Strength is all caps. And inspires me is cursive. And so I'm just going to stamp that on this scrap in Misty Moonlight, and then I'll cut the edges off from that in a minute. And then last but not least, here's the star of the show, this gorgeous thistle stamp, the large one. It's so much detail. They are outline images. So even though on this first card, I stamped the thistles only in one color and didn't color them, and they look perfectly fine. And just like here on the Misty Moonlight, but you could stamp them in black and then color them in as well. But this one even more so. There's so much opportunity for coloring. So that's what I'm going to do on this one. So I'm going to use Memento Black because I'll use Stampin' blends. And those are alcohol based, and Memento Black ink is water based. You can press hard on this ink pad, by the way. It's not the same. And I'm going to die cut this out. So if I go outside of the edge, if I get the little edges, it's fine. So amazing. Hey, Jennifer. So anyway, oh, water-based. So water-based ink for this because I'm using alcohol-based markers. So you cannot purchase Misty Moonlight blends right now, but I didn't buy them either. I went into my BOGO and I had a set. Yay! And they still work perfectly. So that's awesome. So I'm going to color. Now, I did pre-color and die cut, so that'll save you time here. I'm just going to give you the quick tips. I do want to grab my readers. When you buy the alcohol markers, you get light and dark in one set. Misty Moonlight, light and dark. In general, to blend, you can go dark. You can go light first and then add your dark, or vice versa. But I add dark. So I'm putting dark Misty at, I'll just do a section at the bottom of this flower. And then I'm going to color the rest, including going over the dark section with light. So what I did was sort of color this top to give me a border, and now I can do big coloring in between those two sections, if that makes sense. I am going over the dark to blend them together. That's literally why it has the word blend in it. But you'll still get a darker, I don't know if you can see it on video, but a darker section at the wherever you put the dark that blends out lighter and lighter. And then for the thistle part and the leaves, I just colored this stamp. When you stamp it, it has a lot of detail lines that Stampin' Up has drawn. So where those lines are in each little thistle section, I don't know, on this like pointy part, I added some dark, which is down toward the bottom. And then again, I just colored the whole thing in light. So again, I did sort of the border here to give me, hopefully that makes sense. If you've colored that section, then it's pretty easy not to make big movements and not go outside of the lines. So that's what I did. Granny Apple Green and Misty Moonlight. And basically, I based those colors again on when I Googled it. It was like a bright green on every color picture of a real thistle. Bright green and then purple or blue on top. And then, of course, I always say this wrong in videos, but I did die cut it out and then color it. I always prefer to do that if I can remember. Here's the die. Just a nice big open die. There's not any details that you have to poke out. It just cuts out the whole image. Same with the small one. I like to die cut it before I color, because if I do all this coloring and then I die cut it and the die slips, which it did, by the way, because I did the small one too, and then I ended up not using it on a card, you're going to be so mad that you have to do all that coloring again, or at least I am. So die cut first, then color. That's my recommendation. All right, so we have our pieces here. My greeting, I'm just going to snip off each end at an angle, which just makes it look cute, and you don't have to be perfectly straight. And then We can put this together. Let me look at my sample. I do have some ribbon on here and some embellishments. Xana, glad I have that already. Yay. Oh, another with the bee, Julie. Robin with the bee. Yay. Thank you, Julie. Thank you so much. Such a shame. I know, Xana. She says, such a shame those bee dies are going away. Totally agree. I don't really get it, but, you know, it's not my decision to make. Okay, so let me put this together. I'm going to attach my cane weave embossed piece to the distressed gold. So gorgeous. It is, well, last time I looked, this paper was low inventory, but even if it goes not orderable, it's coming back. You are getting a full pack, I believe. Oh no, it's a half a pack in my Stamp-A-Stack this month. But anyway, it's coming back because it is in the new catalog, this distressed gold, which by the way is 12 by 12, and you get 2 sheets in a pack. It goes unorderable every few months, I think, because it's so popular. It's so gorgeous. So anyway, that was a side note about distressed gold. But what is this? Oh, whew, almost just lost that piece. Okay, anyway. Okay, so this piece with the distressed gold goes over the front left flap. And we have our inside piece. Then on this rectangle, white stitch rectangle that I cut already, I am placing the flower flat. Now I have to find my silicone again. And just kind of right in the center, going straight up and down. This gorgeous flower, so gorgeous. Then I'm going to tie a bow. This is the gold and vanilla satin edge ribbon. Oops. It is carrying over. I believe it's in the new catalog. Yeah, pretty sure. But anyway, it will remain available in May. So another bunny ear bow. No need to do the full description on that. You can go back and watch that on the last card. And then this bow is going to go under my greeting. So at an angle. So I'm going to grab my mini glue dot and place it down here toward the bottom of the stem at a weird angle if you're not putting the greeting on top. I'm a hot mess. And then my greeting will go right on top of that, across it. So I'm going to place dimensionals on either side. Whew, I'm hungry. Your strength inspires me. And then this will go right here in the center of the front, but you only put adhesive on the back left half of this rectangle. So I like to flip it over top to bottom, center it left to right to give me a visual of where to place these dimensionals. You can use tape runner and make it flat, but I always pop this up. Don't ask why, because I don't even know. So I put about 6 dimensionals on there. Well, I put exactly 6 dimensionals on there. Which is pretty standard for me for this size card. This is where I wanted the nest, whatever those dies were called, I think nested. There's a shape that's like a, I don't know, almost a diamond thing. Anyway, this looks gorgeous, but that could have been cool. So then you have your Z fold. No adhesive on the inside, so your card doesn't get glued shut. And last but not least, these amazing pastel adhesive back gems are staying. Thank goodness. We will still sell these in the new catalog. So I'm going to use a few of these, the gold ones. They come in, I think it's balmy blue, gold, and petal pink. Although I bet that's going to look good with bubble gum. Hold on, I got to look. Bubble bath. Bubble bath. Yes. Look at that. Anyway, okay, sorry. It kind of doesn't match petal pink exactly. Okay, so I used one large gold one and one small at the top left over on the inside part. And then I'll get one more small gold one and it will go down here above the greeting on that rectangle. My last card, the Beautiful Thistle, $8.80, $11 and something for the dies. If you would like a chance to win the 3 cards I've made on today's video, all you have to do is comment on the video. You can, thank you, Jean, you can do that on replay as well, and it doesn't matter if it's on YouTube or Facebook. We will still enter you. And then if you share the video, which helps me a lot, so thank you, of course. If you share the video, you get entered a second time to win, have a chance to win the cards. Okay, so there are the 3 cards. Beautiful Thistle, while supplies last. I just think it's so gorgeous. I regret not using it sooner. And, you know, period. It would have been a great class. Think of a Stamp-A-Stack with this set. Oh, it would have been so good. Yay! Janet's inspired to make thistle cards. Hey, Lisa, thank you. Good to see you here, Lisa. I'm glad you're inspired, Janet. And by the way, I don't remember ever to encourage this or say anything, but over in my VIP group is a great place for you to share what you've made and like be able to brag. And so, Janet, if you make any thistle cards and you want to show them off, feel free to go over to my VIP Facebook group. Robin, thank you so much. Let me put them in numerical order. She says, especially 2 and 3. 2 and 3. Hold that down. Thank you, Pat. Thanks. Let me see. I can't see the name on here. By the way, Margie, good morning. Margie, cards are beautiful. Thank you, Margie. Julie. Never got this set. I know, it's disappointing, right? Thanks, Lori. Thanks, Carmen. Thanks, Cindy, Marcia, Jean. I'm thrilled that Misty Moonlight is back. Love, love, love that blue. I know. I think a lot of people are thrilled that Misty Moonlight is back. So if y'all didn't get it the first time, or you weren't around Stampin' Up at that time, I should say, now you get your chance to get Misty Moonlight back. Everybody loves this blue so much. All right. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Janet. Hard to pick a favorite. Julie, 2 and 3 the most. Really like 3. Della, thanks. Hey, Pat, thanks for sharing. Ramona, thank you. Awesome. Okay, well, I'm going to let y'all go. I'm going to eat lunch, then do my updating my timestamps and all that. And then I'm going to get on typing these instructions for classes that are Saturday. So everyone have a great day. I will see you next Thursday. No, you know what? I definitely won't be live next Thursday. I don't think I will. I need to update you about next week. It'll either be probably Tuesday or Wednesday, or I have to skip it because retreat is next week. So I will, once I get past this weekend and all these classes, I'll figure out what I'm going to do. And of course, I'll update everybody. But if I don't see you next week, have a great week. Hold on. Lori said Misty goes great with all the new ink colors. It does. And it's great with the boho blue, like a light and dark. But yeah, it does match those really well. Good catch. I haven't had time to check any of that out. Awesome. Thanks, Janet. All right. So I might see you guys next week, if not the following Thursday. But retreat's going to be awesome. And everyone have a great week. And I'll see y'all later.